What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome to my investment journey in my 40s, right? I'm 42 years old. I wasted a lot of time in life. I've been in and out of like the streets and been to prison and everything, and finally got saved in my 30s. Didn't start taking investing seriously up until 2 months ago when my twin brother, who has a channel as well, I'll share his link in the description, put me on crypto. I lost some money back in 21 when XRP had its little bull run. I put like $600 in it on the end of the bull run and lost a few $100, and I was like, yeah, the stocks isn't for me. How many of you can relate to that? I think far too often people assume that you have to be rich to get into stocks or into crypto or into investing at all, right? And they think that, oh, it's a waste of money if I don't have big money to put into the market in the first place. At least that's how I felt. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys my portfolio. I just got started 2 months ago, and I've been pouring over investing content heavily for the last 2 months. So some of the stocks that I got into may not have been something that I would have gotten into at this point starting, and this is just 2 months in. So without further ado, let me share my screen with you guys. And mainly the reason why, because I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take any of this as financial advice. Get a licensed CPA or a tax professional in your area to help you with your portfolio. What I'm doing is just showing you guys my journey. I'll be making these videos until I retire, and just show you guys how I get there. My goal is to get $10,000 as fast as possible, while still being able to take care of my household expenses. I make about $2,500 at my job. I do not make a lot of money in my job, and I have about $1,800 in monthly expenses minus food and gas and things like that. So I'm able to put about $300 a month into the stock market from my job. But I also have a YouTube channel where I talk about Jesus on there, and that makes me anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 a month. It just depends on how good of a month it is. And from that, I'll be investing most of that money into the stock market. But right now, the predominant focus for that stream of income is to pay down debt. Let me show you guys my portfolio real quick. So this is my Robinhood individual investing account. Now I have $1,400 invested in the Robinhood investment individual account. And then I also have a Roth IRA account as well, which in there I have $1,000. And the reason why my Roth has less money in there is because I didn't really understand when I first started out, and I didn't really understand when I first started investing that the biggest value I was going to get, at least for right now, was investing into my Roth because it's tax free. So like I said, 2 months ago, I started my investing journey with $50 in Robinhood. Now, I actually did start out with $50 in Webull. I couldn't figure out how to buy fractional shares, so I jumped into Robinhood under the advice of my twin brother. And then I put in $50 that day. I got some, and I'll just show you the stocks that I got. So that first day, I put like $10 in Bitcoin, $10 in Nvidia, $10 in Apple, $10 in VOO, and I put like 5 in Tesla and 5 in Meta. Along the way, I got into BMNR, Lyft, and I got a fractional share from Robinhood for free for Google. So it was just $5, and I put another $5 in there today. And I put another $5 in there today. So I have $10 in Google, right? And that is at 15 cents plus, just from the last 2 days or whatever. Now, overall, my portfolio is kind of scattered, right? I got some Nvidia, I got some Apple, I got a lot of VOO. Well, not a lot, but I have some VOO, Microsoft, Tesla, Meta, Lyft, BMNR, and Google. So far, I have the most amount of money in Bitcoin. I have $460 in Bitcoin, which is actually down right now because of the crash that happened 2 weeks ago. Now, I have 100 shares of XRP. because I do really feel like XRP is going to do something in the long run. This is not a play that I recommend everybody get in unless you have conviction to do so. I just happen to have conviction to do so because I know that XRP has had a run before, and with all the legal stuff being done with, and Ripple buying up all these companies and looking to be the next way to accept payments online, I really think XRP is going to do something good. And I just want to get a few more shares, probably another 100 or so shares of XRP under the belt before I really start focusing back into other individual stocks. Now, VOO is my next highest investment, with $178. And the reason why I stopped investing in VOO here is because I started investing in VOO in my retirement account. Now, in my retirement account, I have invested $962. And so you see that I've made about $56 just off gains from my investment account. Some of it being the IRA match, which I think is really great, that they match the IRA, but the rest of it is from growth. So in VOO, on my retirement account, I have $554 here. Total growth of $19.49. QQQI, which I have 4 shares of with a total market value of $231. I've gained $4.90 on that. Then I just got into SCHD, which I have $114.57 on that, for a total of 4.2 shares, and I made 86 cents on that. But I'm also getting dividends from those, which are getting reinvested. Same with QQQI, and same thing with any dividend paying stock. Those are all getting reinvested. And I just got into the NASDAQ, which I'm down a little bit on that, $3.54 in the red. And I have $116, so it's 1.3 shares. Now, this isn't something that I'm recommending anyone do, but what I do recommend you do is I recommend that you start a Roth IRA if you have not started one. I'm 42. I got about a good 20, given my health or whatever, I got a good 25 years to really like let my accounts cook and like multiply and bubble, right? And that's the goal, is to really just pump as much cash in, because I got started late, guys. And my heart is really that someone is going to see this that's in their 20s and it'll really land the plane that the longer you're in the stock market, the less harder you have to grind. If you're 25 and you put $100 in the stock market every month, you'll be $1.8 million by the time you retire. Me, not so much. I'll have about 400 to 500,000 unless I'm pumping thousands of dollars extra a month into the stock market, which I do plan to do when I get out of debt. Now, right now, currently, I have $14,000 left on a car note to pay. I have $26,000 that I owe to the IRS from being self-employed and irresponsible in my 30s on a business that I ran. And then I have $3,500 to a Capital One credit card payment that I'm paying off as well. All these things are getting paid off from my YouTube channel. The money that comes in from there, once I pay off all this debt, will then turn around and get pumped into retirement stocks and individual stocks. And then I'll probably get into some options once I learn how to do options better. So for any of you that have any advice on how to do options with a low cost startup, I was going to get into Lyft, but it was going to be about $1,000 or so to get in. I don't have that kind of dry powder laying around right now, but any advice from anyone is greatly appreciated. And like I said, this is really just a journal, right? I'm going to be journaling how much money I put in, how fast it takes me to get to milestones such as 10,000. Like I said, I've only had this Robinhood account for 2 months right now, and I'm already at a $2,000 $2,400 total. This is my total investment portfolio right now, is $2,400. And the goal is to get this to 10,000 as fast as possible. So if you guys are interested, if you're just like me and you're in your 40s and you haven't even got started investing yet, and you really want to see how someone that looks like you or someone that's similar to you, someone that maybe has the same background where they kind of lollygagged around and just enjoyed life a little too much before they started taking retirement seriously, maybe this channel will be for you. Consider subscribing so you can track my journey and see if you can match the results or blow past me, or we can share information with one another. But I really just want to welcome you guys on my retirement journey, on my investing journey, and we can bounce ideas off each other as we go along. As I said, guys, my name's Marcus. Welcome to the channel. Consider subscribing and share any advice that you have down below in the comment section. I really do look forward to meeting you guys, and that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.